StockPhotoGuru.com featuring Steve Harmon.
Hey guys, this is Steve Harmon with StockPhotoGuru.com, and this is the beginning of a whole new video series, so I'm pretty excited to bring it to you. We're going to be talking, we're going to give multiple steps. We've come up with 7 steps so far, but that might only be about half of the amount of steps that we're actually going to have to give to you, starting with knowing nothing about stock photography, mostly MicroStock photography, and taking you all the way to having a professional portfolio on multiple or a couple stock MicroStock sites. So there's a lot of information here. We're going to start off in this video with just telling you why. Why should you get involved in MicroStock? Why should you get involved in stock photography? And I would say to anyone out there, with the dawning of the digital SLR and with digital photography, it has made photography so much more accessible to everybody. Now, I know a lot of photographers out there will say, hey, that's the same way we thought when there's Polaroids out there. Anybody can be a photographer, and you're not a photographer. There's going to be a lot of naysayers, people out there who are kind of bummed on the fact that I'm telling you that you can be a photographer. But I say scratch that, because you know what? Do what you want to do, and if someone wants to stop you, it's for their own ego issues. So we're going to assume that basically if you put your mind to something, you can do it. And that's the beginning of this whole thing, is that if you want to do it, you can do it. And what's fun about photography, and one of the reasons why I would say getting involved in MicroStock photography, is that it's something that most people are doing anyway. They're already shooting photographs. So I'd say, hey, why not get better at it? Why not have a better family Christmas photo? Why not have a better photo of your kids growing up? Why not be able to get better at that profession, at the same time make some money from it? It's a great way also to have a residual passive income. Passive income is just money that you make when you're sleeping or any time of the day, and you don't got to be thinking about trading your hours in for a certain amount of money. That's something that you can build up eventually, which does take work. It's not something, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme at all. It takes a lot of work to get going, but once you're up and running, you can have a portfolio that pays you while you're sleeping, while you're on vacation, while you're shooting photos while you're on vacation, you don't got, or not, or you want to take a whole month off from shooting stock. This is a really, really great way of making some extra cash. So there is a lot to learn, and it's, like I said, not a get-rich-quick scheme, and it is not something that is just going to happen overnight. But if you do put your mind to it, you can do it. So the reason why, heck, it's a ton of fun. If you like art or you like photography at a level, most people love photography. It's pretty reasonable, it's pretty accessible, it's pretty simple to get into, and it's something that provides a residual income. And this works for anybody. If you're a young person and you want to start making a little bit of money and you don't want to work at that fast food job where you're going to college, great for that. If you're somebody who's middle of their life and they want to, maybe they're a stay-at-home mom and they want to help out with the family a little bit more, it's an easy thing to do while you're doing that and not shirk your responsibilities there. If you are a more elderly person and you want a little bit of extra money in that retirement, it's a great way for that too, and it's always going to pay off. And the earlier you start, the more it is going to pay off and the more you're going to learn. So it's a great way to make residual income. It's a lot of fun, and let's get going. So on the next video, I'm going to be talking about gear and how you can actually start acquiring the proper gear that you're going to need to start doing stock photography, because there is some parameters. It's not for any camera out there, any style. So we're going to be giving you some ideas and some tips about which kind of gear to have. So anyway, stay tuned.